Hello everyone, and welcome, for the final time, to Darkwood. And I know it's going to take everything I've got. I'm going to have to be on the top of my game for what awaits us ahead at the radio tower. And so I'm recording this immediately after the previous video, and you'll probably get it pretty shortly after, depending on the length. Now, I am so afraid for what's ahead because we only get one chance. From what I understand, if I die approaching the radio tower, I have to destroy the tree and get an ending which doesn't explain nearly as much to us. Now, of course, I'm in it for whatever we get, but I really want to try and do this, and so I'm kind of thinking in my head right now of the loadout we're going to take with us, but before I do that, I've got to survive this night. It's of little consequence at this point, but it's just something to do for old time's sake. You know, not dying for old time's sake. And for possibly the final time, let's switch on this generator and try and survive the night. I'm going to try and exclusively use the shovel as a weapon because it's got just a little bit of a condition off of it, and I want to repair it in the morning regardless of how much it has. I've already repaired the axe, and yeah. So the two weapons, or four weapons that we go in with will be the axe, the shovel, the shotgun, and the assault rifle. Of course, I'll be carrying all the ammo I can for each, as well as some flares, pills, maybe a few of the stamina pills. Oh, and also worth noting, I have noticed that the rubber boots do not last forever. They take damage when I walk on things, so they might be able to save us from some damage, but they won't save us from all of it, so I'll want to keep an eye on those, because they are finite. Now, we've gone and used most of our scrap metal in repairing all those bear traps that were set off last night, but we are 100% protected, and I expect we'll have a good time of it. I don't want to start doing this while we're there, so I guess I'll handle it now. What a series. I started this thing back in January. I never expected it would take this long. I know I promised that I would do Stalker after this, but I'm definitely going to want to do something a little shorter, more of a breather in between now and then, most likely Knock Knock. Which actually would serve as a pretty good transition, because if my assumptions about the gameplay of that are correct, it's actually very similar to surviving the nights in this game, is it not? While we're at it, we might as well make a sea bear circle, I suppose. Just in case a centipede decides it wants to say hi. Yeah, but so far, we're a few hours in, and nothing has even decided to say hi yet. It's not unheard of, but certainly a little bit unusual, don't you think? I feel like I can maybe... You guys aren't going to be able to hear this, but I feel like in my left headphone I can maybe faintly hear stomping. It's not the loud boom that the Banshee would give out, and we never saw the calling card of the ravens flying over, but definitely does seem like something's happening here. Are the lights gonna go out? Let's get our flares ready. Whenever the furniture moves around the room, especially the lamp, casting different shadows and beams of light everywhere, I can't help but be reminded of Evil Dead 2. When everything in the house starts going crazy and laughing, what's in the next room? Could have sworn I saw some particle effects coming out of there. Is it really going to be such an uneventful night? It certainly does sound like there's something trudging around out there, but I have no idea what it is. Maybe I'll leave a little section of uneq'd audio just so you can hear it. Okay, 6 a.m. and we've still seen nothing. Less than 2 hours until daylight. Have we finally become king of the jungle? I mean, of course that assertion is about to be tested in a very big way. I've really got to figure out what we're going to do with this inventory now. I feel like I'm packing the night before a big trip. I'm not going to bring anything that's not immediately useful. Anything that can't be used in combat. We'll have to remember our abilities. Make good use of the scream, which remember can only be used once per day. Wow. An entire night in which we're completely unbothered by the forces of the Darkwood. That's a miracle. Has that ever happened to us before? Is that a sign of clear skies ahead, or is it just the calm before the storm? Okay, well, let's get rid of some stuff. Let's buy some stuff. You know the drill. We're going to buy another one of these pipes so we can fully upgrade our shovel. More of that scrap metal, just in case we don't have quite enough. Shotgun shell. We don't even need the medium caliber bullet because we're not taking the rifle with us. You don't sell medium caliber magazines. And I guess we'll... we've already have a full stack of flares, so I guess we'll just take one more of these and one more of these. Doesn't even matter, we're finishing with over 4,000 reputation. Well, later, taters. It seems I don't have the materials needed to increase the weapon durability. That might be a good thing to have, and I could buy the shovel head from them. I just don't think I have enough scrap metal for all that I've found, unless I have a bunch stashed somewhere. Used trap over here implies that we did in fact get a visitor, but they never got to do much to me. I guess that's as good as being unvisited. Since we have the resources, we might as well make the axe use less stamina. No reason not to. And I'd like to make the shovel more durable, but we might have to settle for just repairing it. Well, actually not really, because since we're not going to be using this base anymore, we could just tear down these traps and use those to upgrade. So if we buy the shovel blade, we'll have enough to greatly increase the durability. Remember, we have the ability to throw all of our resources at this now, because it doesn't really matter anymore. Let's upgrade you with the sturdy blade. Excellent. And now we just need enough to repair you, which we should be able to get from dismantling even one fully equipped bear trap. Let's see. And we just need some planks. 1, 2. And buckle my shoe. Now we've got to make some light armor, which I believe we should be able to make 2 of. I think I already made some and stashed it somewhere. I really got to figure out how I'm going to balance this out, because of course I always want to have pills at the ready, 2 melee weapons, and a gun. So let's go like that. And I believe I made another set of armor somewhere. See, the thing is, 2 of my inventory spaces are currently being taken up by the oxygen tank and the room key. The 21 key, rather, and I don't know what it's for. I don't know if I'm going to need any of those things in the radio tower, but I'm definitely still going to bring them. Let's bring some gas bottles as well. Should I just fill up on gas bottles, or should I bring something else? I'm not going to bring a flashlight because it drains very quickly, and I can't carry that many batteries with me anyway. Maybe more flares? It's all going to come down to what am I going to run out of. I have a fair bit of shotgun ammo. I have 8 in the gun, plus 10 is 18, 22 shotgun shells, and 4 magazines worth of medium caliber bullets. So that's quite a lot of rat-a-tat-tat for Darkwood. I might just bring even more heals, honestly. Because at the rate I'm going, it really is just going to come down to a matter of, like, how many times can I get my health up. But then maybe I should bring a second set of armor? I could have sworn I made another set. Okay, in the end, I'm deciding to bring a second set of armor with me. because lasting longer is going to be better, I think, than being able to heal. And I really hope I'm not forgetting anything right now. There's probably still unexplored things in this territory. I feel like there must be, but we never figured out what's going on with that red light in the middle. But I think it's time to head out. And you know, I've been thinking. It took me a long time to get through this, but now that I know the ins and outs of the game, I feel like getting through it again would be much easier. And it wouldn't be all that hard to revisit certain aspects, different choices that I could have made. So maybe that will be part 30. Going back, seeing all the things I didn't see the first time around. Because I know there are certain things that didn't open up because of choices I made, and I know plenty of you would like to see the Wolfman get his comeuppance. So maybe that'll be something we reserve for part 30, a sort of bonus episode. A what-if episode. Now, before I go in, I guess I'll take this opportunity to Alt-Tab out for just a second. Hundreds of dead insects lie scattered around the body, but they didn't just die here. Someone has carefully prepared this scene. A giant dead centipede has been placed on the dead man's face, along his nose. It's quite disturbing, and I can imagine maybe that's something done ritualistically by the savages, but that's the thing about this game. For so many things like this, these scenes that you come upon, you'll just never know. Now, as I head up here, I'm going to take this opportunity to Alt-Tab out for just a minute and read some of your comments just to see if there's any last-minute wisdom that might help me in my journey here. Here's the sawmill, which means we are just a little bit offset from the radio tower. The comments for the previous video are largely telling me about how I'm gonna die. So much for the reassurance. Now let's move in, though. Am I going the right way? I feel like it must be through here. This looks like it may potentially be like a snail trail of some kind. I mean, it's in a straight line and it's really slimy. The fence has been torn to shreds. To shreds, you say? Okay, well, there's more flares here. Crows all about. And who knows what might be here, because, remember, something is calling the inhabitants of the forest here. Is this some kind of nest? Oh, no. That's a big nest. Is this where the banshees nest? It sure is what it sounds like. Hang on, wait. If that's the case... let's be ready. Oh, should I go back and get the sickle? Can I sneak around them, perhaps? They're sleeping. Any noise can wake them up. That appears to be a destroyed shell. And whatever called him here, it was definitely malicious. Tell you what, I have an idea. While we can, I'm gonna kill them. Doesn't seem to matter, actually. Okay. That was a little more forgiving than I expected. I expected to have to back up and use the gas bottle. That was so dark. I brought 2 lanterns with me. No room in inventory. Can't I just remove them then? I mean, I could walk over it. It'll cost me a little bit of health, and I shouldn't have done that. Walking on the edge of the world here. I aim to cross out the other side of the world, though. Maybe I'll even go back and reset my progress. repair this thing again, reset my health. Will they come back if I leave and come back? That's the question. Backpack. Okay, well, there's more stuff here, but not stuff I can really use. I came full up, totally prepared. Now the question is, will we run into any Banshee adults around here? A window to hop through? I don't like the look of that! A window to hop through represents a barricade, something to slow me down if I decide to turn tail and run. Well, there are some resources to be scavenged here. I wonder, does the middle click use more condition? I'm not going to use any of my... I'm not going to use my lantern if I don't absolutely have to. I'm honestly surprised at how much it's just letting me kill them like this. Want as many of them to be dead as possible for in case they all wake up at once. But I kind of feel like it's just giving this to me, which is why I'm so worried. So skeptical that this is all there is. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, okay, okay. Strategize. We're gonna have to kill you to get through. That's for sure at this point. It's gonna be a question of where do the Banshee babies come from when that happens. Gas bottle. Let's get outside. And if they all come to that location, that should kill most, if not all of them, right? And I noticed that that timer is still going. Ow. Well, not all of them, maybe. But was that all of them? I hope so. I only have 2 gas bottles left. Oh, that's you done. More of you still, though. Oh, there's more, there's more, there's more. Where is it, though? Right there? Okay. Right there. Yep. Run, 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 run. That should kill most of them. The rest I can deal with on my own. I'm not really giving much in the way of commentary here. I'm just kind of saying what's happening. But I'm really hyper-focused on this. I don't know if I like the idea of this ending being permadeath. Okay, that should have killed a bunch of you. Yes, it did. No stragglers. Excellent. Well, you. Wake up, sleepyhead. And you as well. And you as well. There's a shiny stone here. Not like I can use it. One more of you active. I'm using so much of my shovel condition. I'm glad I came with 2 weapons. Even with the big durability upgrade. I think there's more of them out there. And with the rain, it feels like it's gotten so dark. If I head back and replenish my stuff, will the Banshee babies respawn? That is the question. Maybe I instead have to... Sorry. Stop paying attention. That's my fault. That's my fault. Didn't mean to interrupt your sleep. But yeah, we're taking minor damage on the health and armor, so maybe I should turn back, but I'm just not sure where I'm going from here, and I can't help but notice how much time I'm using. There's only 6 hours left until nightfall. Do I have time to do this, or should I just back out? Oh, I see. I can walk under this and get into the other side of the building. On the other side of these tracks. Perhaps I can push this out to some extent? No, not really. Maybe drag it this way? No, not really. There must be something I can see somewhere that will enable me to get by it. I hear that stomping. I think there might be another adult banshee around here somewhere. Oh, look at this sea of corpses. Smack. I said smack. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head back. I just can't risk being out here any longer. We're running low on time, and I'm just going to assume that you guys will all be gone. If not, this is such a waste. Wrong code. Wait, where would we go for this code, then? It might be something that we were given in a journal. Oh wait, I think I remember the code to this door, yeah. 8684. I hope they haven't changed it. You remember the code? You've been here before? Okay, I need another night to think on this. Or wait, maybe I don't. Let's get out the lantern for this. Let's splurge a little bit. A civilian radio overgrown with roots. We don't have a lot of time to stay here. Underground entrance. Let's examine the entrance to the underground tunnels. I have a feeling that's going to be the real start of the endgame. I'm going to assume that once we enter, time ceases to be an issue. Oh, it's just like the one we came from. We can leave. We can leave. And time does appear to freeze while we're down here. This may be a one-way road. Yeah, I got that impression. New journal entry. Only one shot. Oh, look at this pile of what looks like roots, but almost vaguely like corpses. This place is calling everything in the Darkwood to it. We really need to be ready. Let's have a look at our journal. I reached a shed near the elephant's cottage. Inside, I found a decaying corpse and a lot of equipment. They probably found it in the woods. There are some oxygen tanks here, empty ones which I may be able to fill with oxygen using the compressor. An old journal. I found an old journal in the elephant's cottage. It looks like it was written by one of ours. One of ours? So did I also come in with a group? One of the notes mentions a radio tower in some downward passage. It might be worth investigating. According to the notes, the radio tower is located in the northern edge. I already know that. And finally, only one shot. I found a floodgate in the tunnel. I'm afraid I'll only have one shot of getting further down. I feel it will lead me to the right place. This character seems to be very much guided by intuition. This door will only open if I close the previous one. My heart just sank as I heard that door close. Gonna make me push it open slowly. Oh, I can feel the extra weight on this door. Alright. Let's go forth. What happens if you're down here without a suitable light source? Or if you run out? Metal lever. The lever is covered in some kind of fungus. I need to find a way to get rid of the parasite first. Maybe with some kind of torch? Door seems to be blocked from the other side. Something's moving over here. It's like some kind of pulsating organ. There's some odd meat. Suppose I could eat it? Doesn't really seem like something I should do. What happens if I hit it? Can't. Okay, it was worth a shot. Look, it worked with the snout. That's the only reason I'm trying it. We can go... not that way. Okay, so how do I eliminate this stuff? Like that, I suppose. And I'm knocked out. I hope that's not a death. Gonna be a real anticlimax if that was a death. My inventory's gone. All my stuff is gone. I really hope this is some kind of dream sequence. Can't open that. Do I just need to head back? No, through here. And I get nothing but a flashlight. The sound is completely cut out. Never mind, in comes the eerie drone of doom. What's waiting for me at the end of this tunnel? I can hear someone calling incomprehensibly from the depths of the corridor. Is this call the voice that everything that comes here hears? I'm coming. If I can just find my way around your house. It's such a winding labyrinth. That sounds very much like a chomper. What does it say? The words, "Come to me," have been scratched on the ground. I could pick up the shiny stone, but is that bait? I believe the last dream in which I could see shiny stones did not end well for me. Fragments of bloodied cloth lie on the trunk. What is this place? There's so many different ways I can go as well. What is that? More pulsating organs. I'll probably want to keep my stamina up for whatever's coming. Do I want to follow the breadcrumbs of the shiny stones or no? Is this looping me back around to where I was? I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Who are you? And just as quickly as they appeared, they're gone. Nope. 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 What am I meant to do? Doesn't really feel like I can do anything about this. You're gonna kill me. 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 I don't have the stamina. I think my stamina is draining more slowly here, but wait, I found something. An open waterway? This looks like the opposite side of the door that I entered, the path to the swamp itself. Can I make my way all the way back? gonna walk for now, ready to sprint if need be. I wonder if it matters if I had died right there. An entry to a small cellar. Maybe the pantry? I don't have any lockpicks, though. I could open it with a lockpick. Where do I get a lockpick? I mean, I have the wire, but how would I craft it? Locked. I need a key. I'm trapped. I'm completely trapped. There must be some way out. Or maybe this is going to be one of those times where it just lets me panic a bit. Oh, I can just craft right here from my inventory. Okay, now I can choose to go that way. Oh, no, I can't. That needs a key, so I gotta lockpick this. I'm just so worried that I'll be making choices that'll completely alter the outcome of this. A shovel, which I suppose I could use to knock this down, maybe? That's all I really have. I'm in the doctor's house. No power. No stuff. What are you trying to show me? What were you trying to show the doctor in the beginning? Remember, in the beginning of the game, some strange message played on the radio. And what is that substance in the southeast corner of the room, which... Is it just me, or is it growing? Let's quickly push this out of the way. There's a banshee. There's a banshee. There's a banshee. There's a banshee. Who's on the table? A metal table with leather belts strapped on. There's more than leather belts on that table. You turn on the generator. Check this, and it looks like there's a path into the next room. Pills and a table leg. It's all we got. I accidentally consumed the pills. That's not good. What's coming? What's coming for me? I just heard chompers. I know I did. What's to be found here? Is this just so I can... Where'd you go? What's happening? Do I have to step outside? Can I open from here? No. Blocked from the other side. I just came from the other side. Can I explore that other room? Am I not supposed to be screwing around here, or am I just supposed to be getting a move on? I've never felt quite so vulnerable. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Out the window I go! That's not gonna come off of you, is it? I'm gonna die. 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 I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die right here. No, out, 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 out. Oh, I can't do anything to stop you. There's nothing I can do. I don't have the stamina. Come on, let me through. Let me through. Let me through. Stuck. I could force my way out. God, I wish I still had those pills. Let's make some bandages. I accidentally used them right as I got them. All right, let's heal up. It clearly wants me to survive this. I still have that problem of very slow healing. I guess I'll just cut through this, because I'm not going anywhere until this is done. They just disappeared. It wants me to survive. Doesn't seem like there's anything useful to be found back here, so I'll just keep moving. But I've used every single findable the game has fitted to me. I just invented a new word and used it incorrectly. I think I deserve props for that. More rags to make another bandage. Suppose I'll keep it at the ready. Then again, with how little it's giving me, maybe I shouldn't be using anything until the moment that I need it. Nothing here. An old bicycle. Where am I going? I don't see any path out of here. Oh, through here. It's a very narrow gap. I just heard something breaking something. I think more chompers may have arrived. What is all of this? It's like I'm going down the esophagus of some huge creature. Maybe a creature which personifies the Darkwood itself? And more shiny stones. And a literal river of blood, which I must wade through. That can't mean good things for me. It's like it's boiling. There's something down here. Nope, of course, you guys again. You guys again. Remember, when I face away from them, they run faster, but I don't know how else to leave. I can't fight them. This is so stressful. I came to this strapped. Is there anything else that I need to do? Oh, it's going to be so funny if this really is the whole segment. Somehow I doubt it. I'm still coming to you. Still trying to come to you. Gotta conserve my stamina, but my every instinct is to just get through here as quickly as I possibly can. Is it you? But who are you? Alright, hungry hippos, is it? Literally been swallowed. I can hear footsteps that aren't mine, though. I have to keep walking. I think there might be someone behind me. Just what have I come to? Even my flashlight can't penetrate the darkness there. I don't have a shovel to dig through the rubble. I think I'll have to wade into the dark. I don't think I have any choice. Oh, never mind. There's a shovel right there. Never mind. Screw you. Okay. It's going to cost all of it in order to open this, but I don't have any choice. It's giving me what I need and nothing more. I'll still have a little bit of condition left, but not enough to fight anything. Just enough to hit one thing once. I have to be very careful. Floodgates are open. Does that mean that I can leave now? Was that my one shot, or... I'm so worried. I don't know if that was the one thing where, like, okay, now if I die, it's okay? In any case, I'm still going to continue to be on alert. Treat this life as my only one. It's another one of those organs. Get another of these. I don't have the inventory space though, but I'll remember that it's here. Actually, I might as well just eat it now. Replenish what I had, right? I'm just so worried about what's ahead. I'm really hoping that that was the thing that represented my one and only chance, and that from here on out I can safely die. Remember, if you're going to die, it's very important to die safely. You wouldn't want to spoil your appetite. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. $21. We're being given a choice here. I'm so worried that I've just made a bad decision. Where am I? I don't think this would make a very good hideout. I could light the oven. And I received the achievement Merciful. Hang on, what is... Complete Chapter 2 without burning the talking tree. I've completed Chapter 2? Wait, what happens if I go back and light that oven, then? I suppose we might as well. The oven is lit again. I can retrieve things from here. And a note about the bundle of roots. The roots have made it impossible to dig further. Specialist tools will be needed if we are to go deeper. Observation. The roots of individual trees intertwine to create bundles, or braids, with the thickness of 120 centimeters. The ones we analyzed always grow towards the northeast. Taking into account the results from the dig sites from other regions, we can assume that the bundles come together in Sector 0. We've accumulated about 5 liters of the substance that flows through the roots. As expected, it has lost its shape-shifting abilities after being disconnected from the root, or from the stream to be exact. Now, when they say regions, could that possibly mean that there are other Darkwood locations that all converge in one spot? It could still be meaning regions as in more local things like to Poland, but I'm not sure exactly what that means. There's so much we don't know, and so much our character does know. I feel like I don't even trust myself. This whole area is so barren, I don't know which way to go. I'm just kind of following the drag marks in the ground. Actually, that looks like the helmet that was worn by the traitor. I wish I could have taken him with me. Nothing off to the sides here. See, I'm worried that by taking this path, I may be missing out on some exploration. If I am, you guys are for surely yelling at me right now, but it seems like this area is actually more contained than I thought. If I really am through the worst of it, then you guys had me so worried. And granted, I almost did die in the part with the chompers, but... well, actually, I suppose I could have died really easily the entire time. Do I need that stuff? No? There's a body in this tree, but I can't even examine it. Still, all of these trees have for the most part been cut down. Are what we're seeing here the results of the government's attempts to cut through? And that note means that they reached the point where their equipment just couldn't go any farther. You know, this entire time, I haven't thought about this from the other perspective. I mean, I've mentioned the government maybe sending teams in to try and do research on the Darkwood to try and understand it, but I've never considered that maybe there's a whole other side to this wall. While I'm trying to get out, maybe others are trying to penetrate inward by actually removing that wall and just not having any success. There's something else here. Are those logs or body bags? It's kind of hard to tell. Well, there's certainly a body in a bag, or a tent in this case. He's got more ammo and a damaged shortwave radio. A useless, damaged handheld radio. Is there nothing we can do with it? And a jar with a sample. And it's labeled P21. What does P stand for? I'm really starting to wonder if there's not maybe other sites, other Darkwoods throughout the world. Or maybe just throughout Poland. Wood logs. I can maybe craft some things if need be. The government clearly set up some kind of temporary shelter in here. I'll have to remember to go out and check the place with the body. Now that I know I can go underneath. A plate with a half-eaten moldy sandwich on it. Destroyed oven. And a jar with the protective substance lies shattered on the ground. A note about walls of trees. The structure resembles a honeycomb. The surface of particular cells varies from 80 to as many as 360 square kilometers. The cells gradually divide into smaller ones. It can be assumed that with time, the forest will achieve a homogeneous form. The trees grow with remarkable regularity, forming walls with the average thickness of 50 meters. The difference between trunks are never higher than 10 centimeters. According to preliminary analysis, only 15% of the total volume consists of actual trees. Although this is hard to identify or verify. Wait a second. One of you commented in the previous video, remember to check under the floor in the final hideout. Now, we were told that before, and we did indeed find something under the floor in the swamp hideout. But technically, the final hideout was the oven we lit back there. Hang on, I just need to pursue this. I need to go see. Protective boot. A rubber boot from a hazard suit. Yes, this is definitely where the government was trying to penetrate the Darkwood. Well, I can't seem to see anything here. And if we go back the other way, yeah, just a wall. Alright. This looks like a tree that has a device with all kinds of cables or maybe electrodes attached to it. A dead savage. So even here they were attacked. I do wonder just how recent was all of this. Have they actually successfully gotten through the Darkwood here? Or will it grow back in just a matter of time? It seems as though its roots run deep under this area as well, so I'm going to assume it's the latter. Let's remove this blockade. Maybe at this point I should get my lantern back out. A colorless goose sips from the cracks in the asphalt. This is it! This is it! This is the road home! I guess we'll just investigate down here a little and then... Am I making a choice by going this way? Oh, there is something here. Have you guys made it out as well? The three are staring at the tree. They pay no attention to me. Have I opened the way for anyone to leave? I bet this is the other side of the talking tree. So that means that the village was at the end of the Darkwood. I mean, it was on the easternmost side. And we were told that the road used to run through there. Part of me is almost tempted to shoot them right here. Just on the suspicion that they might have done something to the trader, but... at this stage, what would even be the point? Let's just walk our way home. Follow the yellow brick road. Perhaps I should take one just in case I need to burn something? Is this maybe another one of those calcified figures? It looks like they've been cut in half. Is that maybe the cripple? The guy we found in the village? Did he somehow maybe make his way out? It's probably not the intended experience. I'm probably just supposed to stroll on out after everything I've experienced, but I feel the need to look off to the side. The road home. More calcified corpses. I never really learned what the deal is with those. So many dead. And they haven't even been moved by the crews that came to clear all this out. I know they're standing, they're solid, because I can't clip through them. And I don't like how this road descends ever further into darkness the further I go. What are these things on the ground? They're like people, they're crawling it looks like, but there's something else growing around them. That one looks like it's become a centipede. And some of them look like they're wearing helmets. All crawling, trying to leave the Darkwood. And it's like these roots just grew up around them as they tried. More and more of them the farther we go. I honestly have such mixed feelings at the end of all of this. I'm glad it's over, glad to be going on to new things, but I've just come to be so familiar with the Darkwood. And it makes me wonder, like, what a character like this would even be planning to do once they get out. 25 kilometers to the nearest town. What's off to the side here? What am I doing, wandering off into the woods like this? When the end is in sight, it's becoming so dark. What have I done? What have I just done? Epilogue. Well, I suppose I've reached the epilogue, but have I made a choice? Would the road have ended, or... I'm now here with nothing. Where am I going? All I can do is follow the light. I can only follow the light. The leaves and the wind seem to be flowing in one direction. So perhaps that's the direction I should be headed. Intact power lines. Oh, to be standing underneath the evidence of civilization. The tall grass swaying past my legs, the leaves blowing around me. In true open light for the first time in, I guess, about 2 months. Maybe even longer. We don't know this character. Do I just follow the power lines? Buildings. Actual intact buildings. And sidewalks and... a tall building. Oh, it is so weird to see that in this art style. But where is everyone? This area seems abandoned as well, although not overgrown. I fear for what that means. Can't enter the building. What are those? Hello? Neighbor. My first floor neighbor. This is where I live. Good day to you. Good day, I reply. So have I just always looked like this? Or do I not look the way I looked in the mirror anymore? Let me just have a little chuckle to myself at the thought that I could just see all this and think, oh no, are they going to pull the rug out from under me? No, turns out it's just life in Poland. This is my building. This is my staircase. Boss. Got any spare change? No, I'm afraid I don't. Locked, I need a key. Do I just head upstairs, or are there... You're waking my kid. Get away. I'm sorry. It's just, even for the negative interaction, you have no idea how much better this feels. Actually, there's more of a contrast in the construction and the overgrowth than there is in the people. Maybe the people in the Darkwood weren't supposed to be insane. Maybe they're just meant to be your average Polish citizen. In any case, I'm home. What this has all been about, I'm here. Pleased to see you, mister. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I know. Oh, I wish I could have a conversation with you, just gossip. Nice plants blooming in the pots here. Apparently someone was too lazy to bring it down the stairs and throw it in the trash. Yet that's the new reaction to seeing discarded furniture. It's strange how much is different and how much is honestly the same. Yeah, but something is very odd about this hallway. Why are there no doors on the walls? Maybe this is me? I still had my key. Home sweet home. The place I dreamt about in that essence dream the one time. It's my wardrobe. And for the first time, I can hang up my coat. I can see a little bit of skin. I guess I'm no longer as ugly and ragged as I was. Was that some kind of perception thing of the Darkwood, or has something changed? Hey! Oh, hi! Who's been feeding you? Well, I did have a wife or girlfriend, I think. Oh, I love that. I love how it's taking all the things we've been trained to think and applying it to what's happening here in normal civilization. So many times we've opened a door and been greeted by a growling dog, but now it's... Oh, we need our character to remind us that it's nothing to worry about. Oh, such a good boy. Were you waiting for me this whole time? Fabric. Fabric? I had plenty of it too as well, huh? The black and white Reuben. A real luxury. Unfortunately, it's broken. I could grab a flashlight, but I don't have an inventory right now. I could fold out that couch, but why should I? I'm very tired. I'd prefer to lie down in a regular bed. Locked, I need a key. Nothing over... Oh, here's the kitchen. Some note is lying on the table. I've made you some soup. Heat it up. But how long ago? And just why did I enter the Darkwood in the first place? The old trusty gas stove. There's still some soup in the pot. The smell fills the entire kitchen. I grab the largest dish from the closet under the sink and pour myself a bowl. It's not much, but it's enough. I don't remember the last time I've eaten a home dinner. Man, I can't tell if this is more like waking up from a bad dream or having a good one. Look at how good that looks. Can I leave? This is the bathroom. I'm barely standing on my feet. I'll take a bath tomorrow. I can at least rinse off a little first, right? The Franja washing machine. I spent 2 days in the queue to get it. None of my keys fit. Why can I not get through? Do I have to find the key someplace? Where would it be? There's a second wardrobe right here I didn't notice. Okay, I've got the bedroom key. Is she still here? That's the question. Oops. Not here at the moment. But let's take one look out our window. Celebrate our new freedom that we fought so hard for. And go to sleep. It's my bed. The white crumpled sheets look as if I've just woken up. At last. I feel my sore legs buckling underneath me. My body becoming heavy and overwhelmingly lethargic. It was a grueling journey. 61 days of human torment. A sedating warmth washes over me. A warmth of security and happiness. They've made this feel so earned. They've made this feel so unbelievably good. I'm tired right along with you. The rustle of the woods stretching away to the horizon kept the stranger awake for a long time. Eventually, fatigue washed over him, and the man fell into a deep, much-desired dream. The road he followed to get home was devoured by the talking tree. This way, the last exit from the woods was sealed, closing the remaining inhabitants inside. I can't go back for them? Or at least send someone back for them? The wolf finally satisfied his ever-insatiable hunger. After he finished carefully gnawing on every single bone of what remained of the chicken lady's sister, he disappeared into his hideout. He supposedly spent the rest of his existence chasing his own tail. That reads like a fairy tale, which I suppose is a fitting end to what was essentially a fairy tale character. The villagers soon forgot about the stranger in the hat, unaware of the fact that it was him who fixed the machine in the pig shed. The sound of squealing filled the woods once again. The huge sow fed the villagers for a long time. I'm sorry, I'm reading this faster than I need to, but I'm so worried about being overwhelmed. The woman living with the chickens left her hut and journeyed into the forest in search of her sister. Since then, the chicken lady's house is inhabited only by wild poultry. I destroyed that entire family. The boy with the violin came back to the silo. He threw away his gramophone and his violin. He started to listen to the hum of the forest, which calmed his scattered thoughts. Well, look, at least I didn't directly lead to your death, right? Pietrek rose above the treetops in his rocket made out of scrap. He smiled as, peeking through the small plastic window of his spaceship, he saw the Milky Way's stars moving away at huge speed. I guess he went out happy? I suppose that's what passes for a happy ending. The woman living with her 2 children in the barricaded cottage at the swamp looked out for her missing son for many days. One day, she heard a voice coming from the forest depths. Eventually, her longing for the child won over her fear of the trees. She closed the other children in the house with food and provisions for a couple of days and set out into the woods, listening for distant calls. Should I have brought him back? I mean, I looked it up and found that could have ended badly bringing him back, but maybe that's only in the ending in which we destroy the tree? The missing son of the elephants moved into the mushroom-infested hut. The old lady who owned the place finally remembered her previous incarnation when observing the boy playing in the corner of the room. For a short moment, she even felt like a human being, when the boy put down his charcoal and paper to sit on her knees. It reminds me of when my grandma used to babysit me. The crippled old man descended into madness, unable to free himself from the moaning tree whose roots completely devoured the flooded village. I honestly considered for a time killing him, just going there and putting him out of his misery once I decided not to destroy the tree. The inhabitant of the hut at the junkyard went into the woods, following distant whispers. When he was close to his destination, he got stuck between giant tree roots, Soon hungry birds started to gather over his enormous body. Feeling his impending death, he desperately started trying to free himself from the roots that clutched him. Weakened after a long trip, he failed to fight them off and fell face down into the mud. Moments before death, he saw his reflection in a pool. A huge snail head. He then thought that he's never had such a strange dream, and he wished he'd wake up. I wonder, could he have survived had I not freed him and found the radio station myself through various other means? But then again, it was his trail that enabled me to get there, so maybe not. In any case, I guess things didn't work out as badly as they could have. And that's the end. I can just feel all my muscles relaxing at the end there. I loved that ending, and I'm glad you guys were so insistent. Oh, there's a Pietrek. There's actually a lot of names from the game in here. Maybe they're just common Polish names, but maybe they also did name some characters in the game after themselves. But how incredible was that experience? It was just non-stop learning our place the entire way through. It has been such a journey over these past 6 or 7 months. I never imagined that it would take this long to play it, but I'm glad I didn't rush through. And I'm glad you guys were so insistent that I really take my time, be careful, and make sure to get that ending on the first try. I need a moment to think, to contextualize everything we've just been through. And that's the thing, it feels like we've been through a journey. So many times in games, a happy ending feels just tacked on. But after all this, after everything we've been through, that stupidly happy ending, even if it is just returning to life in Soviet Poland, it feels so earned. It feels like we've been through so much, like we've been on edge the entire time, to the point where we don't even realize how on edge we've been until we finally get home, and for the first time in months, 2 for the character, but 6 for me, half a year, relax. The kind of time where you don't even realize how tense you've been until you let yourself relax. And that is such a good feeling after everything we've been through. And I say we. You guys have helped me so much through this, saving me so much time and frustration, and in that way, you guys were such a big part of this playthrough. Now, this is the kind of thing that I almost... Oh, look, there's even some messages to the developers' families and friends on the screen. You can read that as it's going by. I'm not going to have time to go through it all. But as I was saying, this is the kind of thing that I didn't really have much, channel motivation to continue going through. It wasn't getting nearly as many views as the one-off videos, and, that only increased as I went through. In the end, we had about 3,000 people consistently watching, and you know what? A year ago, I would have been overjoyed at that number. And that's why I didn't want to let you guys hanging. I didn't think of it as this series doesn't make money. I thought of it as I don't want to leave 3,000 people hanging. And YouTube is forever, at least on a time scale that matters. So who knows? It's happened before. Maybe it'll get some extra popularity with time. I know it's a lot to get into, being now 29 episodes, and I'll probably do a 30th at some point, if only to clap the Wolfman, but after all of that, I'm very happy to finally say, if you like this series, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to play this game for yourself, that will also be linked in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Whew.